This is the navigation video for the RemoteVac single station loader. The screen we're looking at here is what we call the I/O screen, and it tells you what's going on with the control. The top row are your inputs. The only input that we actually use is input number 1, and that is your material switch, and it will tell you if you're calling for material or not. Below is your output, and that would be 1 is for the vac and 3 is for filter clean. This is very important because these will be highlighted to let you know whether the control is getting the signal or whether it's sending a signal. So you can isolate when you're troubleshooting between a problem on the incoming side of the control or the outside or outgoing side of the control. Now you can see here that it's in the stop mode. It must be in the run mode to have access to navigation. So you can turn it on and off with the switch on the front of the control box. And if you want to have access to the control without it running, just unplug the material switch. So let's go ahead and show you how to put it in the run mode. We're going to hit escape from this screen, down, down, and OK. And that's going to ask to confirm, do you want to go into the run mode? And we do. Now it's coming up and saying stop. That's only asking you if you want to go back into the stop mode. It's not in the stop mode. So we're going to hit escape and go back to the I/O screen. Now we can navigate through our menu. All we have to do is hit the up or down arrow key. It doesn't matter which one you hit, it always goes down. So let's go ahead and see our first screen. Okay, this is the main screen. In normal operation, it's the only screen that you're going to use. It's your load time and your dump time. The load time is the number of seconds that the loader loads each time it loads. It's currently set at 5 seconds. Depending upon the size of your chamber, that will be adjusted anywhere between 5 seconds for our smallest chamber to as much as 25 seconds for one of our larger chambers. The dump time is the time between loads that it would be prevented from loading again before it was finished emptying. And you would add that to the filter time. So if you're cleaning the filter for 6 seconds and you're adding 3 seconds to the dump time, that would be a total of 9 seconds. And for most chambers, 4 or 5 seconds is enough. So if we wanted to change that, let's say we wanted to change the load time to 15 seconds, we would just go to select. And this is how you change any parameter. And it gives you a cursor. Then we're going to move that to the digit that we want to change. We want to change that 0 to a 1. We're going to hit select again, and you can see there's a blinking cursor underneath it, which tells us that we can change that number with the up and down arrow keys. We're going to change that to a 1 to 15 seconds. We're going to say OK, and then we're going to escape, and we're out of that mode. So now it's going to load for 15 seconds. Let's go to the next screen. This is your filter time, which is how long we clean the filter. It's typically set at 6 seconds. And then we have a pulse on and pulse off time, and that's set in tenths of a second. So the on time is set at 1.5 seconds, which is very good for this loader. No reason to change that. And the off time is set for 1 second. 10 is 10 tenths, 1 second. So that's really all you need to know to operate this loader. Let's go ahead and see what happens when it actually runs. So we're going to hit this input, simulating the material switch is calling for material. There's a buffer. Now you notice that the filter pulsed for a second first. And the reason it did that is it clears any dust or pellets that may be stuck on the flapper so that you get a clean load every time. And now it's loading for 15 seconds. And then it's going to go ahead and clean the filter. You're going to see several pulses. There you go. On number 3, that's your filter pulse. And that's it. It's a very simple control to operate. If you have any questions, give us a call, 800-918-5820, extension 700. Have a great day.